Federer leads the head-to-head record 7-4, 5-3 incidentally on hard courts, but I guess the biggest match that they've played, Robbie, would be the US Open final back in 2007. Federer winning that one relatively comfortably in straight sets. Djokovic a little nervous on that occasion, but of course he did get his revenge in the 2008 Australian Open when he beat Federer in the semi-finals and went on to win the title.
Yeah, so he certainly knows what it takes to beat Roger on the big stage. It's all about execution on the day, and of late he's been able to do that, more recently in Miami, and of course on clay in Rome.
Yeah, that will help. The fact that he's been able to beat Federer this season, and that's of course when Djokovic, before yesterday's match against Nadal, for me was playing his best tennis in spring on the European clay, had those epic matches with Nadal, and I think the match that he lost against the Spaniard in the semi-finals in Madrid really hurt him significantly, but I think he's over that now and he'll be looking to build on yesterday's great performance. Federer too, I think, needed some good performances this week given what happened in Montreal last week.
Yeah, up 5-1 in the deciding set against Jo-Wilfried Tsonga. Double break, wasn't able to close out the match, but I don't think he was too concerned. He was questioning whether he was going to play Montreal or not, and perhaps start here, so he probably feels that he got a couple of matches under his belt. Roger's not the kind of player who panics in situations like that. He just comes out the following week and backs it up with some more great results, and he's playing better than what he was last week, so I think it's plenty of good signs for the world number one.
So it's finals day here in Cincinnati. If both players play anywhere near as well as they did yesterday, it should be a fascinating encounter. Federer won the toss and elected to serve. Best of 3 tie-break sets.
Is that a sign from the tennis gods?
Well, Djokovic will be hoping so, that's for sure. He needs a little bit of luck this afternoon. You always do when you're up against the world's best. I think what's great, Robbie, is the fact that these two were so aggressive in their semi-finals yesterday, and I'm sure both are going to want to continue that rich vein of form this afternoon.
Couldn't agree with you more, Jason. If they can both play aggressive tennis simultaneously, it should be a fascinating day. They're both prepared to stand up on the baseline, take the ball early. Makes for some spectacular shot making.
Federer the champion here in 2005 and 2007. Djokovic, of course, runner-up last year, losing to Andy Murray in the final. So Federer gets off to a good start, and he leads 1-love. The serve, Robbie, has been such an important part of Federer's game all summer, really, given all the success he had in Paris and especially at Wimbledon in that final against Roddick. And similar scenario this week.
Yeah, it's such an effective shot. It's not the biggest serve in the world, but it certainly is one of the most accurate. It's got so much variety on it, and it just sets up the point so well for him. So even if he's not serving aces, he's getting short balls, and he just backs it up with this huge forehand. So when that shot's firing, he's so tough to beat.
It's what Federer did so well against Murray yesterday. It's going to be vital for Djokovic today to get a high percentage of first serves in when he needs it most.
Yeah, such a good tactic. Great way to create instant pressure.
The backhand too needs to be firing on all cylinders this afternoon. There's been 3 unforced errors off that particular wing already. And Federer has break point.
Federer just thinking that he...
This ball? Yeah. Because of the button. Okay.
Just thought he heard a let there. Just checking with Carlos Bernardes.
Federer happy to go after that second serve, and even though he missed the shot, it does send a really strong message down the other end of the court.
Well, might not win that point, but could certainly get a double fault or something later on in the set when it really matters. Key as well for Djokovic. Served so well yesterday in his win over Nadal. And again, has the same sort of effect on his serve as what Federer has on his own. Sets up the point beautifully. And I'm going to be interested to see if Federer goes after his forehand today like he went after Murray's yesterday. We saw he came in with a specific game plan. Sometimes Federer doesn't, because he's so good at what he does. He just focuses on his own game, doesn't really think about his opponents.
That's an excellent point, and I think you're absolutely right. Sometimes his results have suffered because he hasn't had a game plan initially, or hasn't fine-tuned his game plan once he's found himself struggling a little bit on the match court. Yesterday he was phenomenal in that regard against Murray. Beautifully done.
These guys are winding the ball early doors. You can see Federer well inside the baseline. Did well, it wasn't easy. The moment the ball gets below the height of the net, you get yourself into a sticky situation.
Good tennis. A lethal body blow in the middle of that rally from Federer. Djokovic soaked up the pressure well. Tentative, that one.
It's a difficult shot to hit when you're a good 2 meters inside the court. Because again, you don't have a lot of court to work with. And if you don't hit it just precisely, it can easily go long. Better shot there would be cross court.
Federer with a third break point.
Well, wasn't easy given the importance of the points. I like the passing shot though from Federer, going straight at him.
Overall from Carlos Bernardes.
Correct, no, correct, first serve.
Exquisite timing from Federer.
Well, the timing in order to execute a shot like this is just phenomenal. You have to be so precise. Pretty much like a Swiss watch.
Another chance to break.
served well in this game. It's been a long one already. Approaching 10 minutes. But Djokovic has still made a lot of first serves. So despite the fact he's struggling, he'll take heart that he's able to produce the first serves when it matters.
It's always a little disconcerting though, isn't it, when you're having to work this hard in order to hold your opening service game. Federer may challenge this one. He's having a lingering look anyway. And again, another big serve on another hugely important point. He's made 14 of 18 first serves in this opening game.
Tough games when it really mattered yesterday. Djokovic when he was playing against Nadal, and he came through those with flying colours, and perhaps those kind of service games yesterday are serving him well now.
Strange one when a game is this long and this important. If you do hold, you take an enormous amount of strength from it, but if you do get broken in the end, you feel so deflated, having worked so hard, only to be thwarted at the very last moment. Here's Federer with a 7th break point. Djokovic didn't challenge there just for peace of mind, but obviously he was looking pretty much down that line and must have realised that he just pulled the forehand. Federer does indeed get the break of serve. But boy, didn't it take him an awful long time in order to do so, but a perfect start from the world #1, breaking serve after 12.5 minutes of effort. Of a blow is that for Djokovic?
It's never nice when you get off to start on the back foot, Jason. And given how well he started yesterday, I think it is a big psychological blow.
It's brilliant. He's hit that forehand so well for me. The one way he's been pushed wide, because it was breaking down a lot earlier in the season, but this week in particular, I've seen him hit that really well.
And he's moving well as well. I think that's the big thing. He was looking half a step slow a little earlier in the season, but he's back to his best, just floating across the court.